Welcome back, everybody. We are here at the Ana Moreno Show today with Mauricio, Evangeline, and today we are talking about energies. What do you do to conserve your energy? What's your little routine that you have? Things like that. And we're gonna jump on in. So my first question to you guys is, what is the number one thing that when you're in a situation with other people and you're just like, I don't like this. What is your go-to? Do you just stay there, or do you just, alright, I'm gonna distance myself, I'm gonna go my own way? What do you guys think? What do you do?
That's a good question. I mean, obviously, if I'm already in the whole circle or whatever, I kind of just, if I'm not feeling it, I'll just kind of back out a little bit, and then if I have input to put in, I will. If not, I just kind of stay reserved. And yeah, I mean, if they ask me, oh, like, what do you think? Then I'll put my input in. But if not, I'm just like, yeah, I'm at the go. Some guys
Gotta go.
Gotta blast.
How about you, Vange?
I feel like I'm the same way. I'll just kind of take a step back from it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm not a very confrontational type person, but yeah, I would just take a step back from it all, because I can't be somewhere where I don't feel it. I just
Don't feel the vibe.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a place where you're just like, dude, I just want to fucking leave?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I fucking don't like any of you. I don't even like being here. I don't know why I came. And what did you do? Like, did you just
leave, or
just
did you
like
stay?
suck it up until everyone was?
No. When I used to go to parties with my friends, and sometimes I'd just be like, I don't want to be here, and I'll just have somebody come pick me up, and I wouldn't tell anyone bye. I would literally just disappear, and I would get so many text messages like, oh, where are you? And I'd be like, yeah, sorry, I kind of just left. And I have a bad habit of doing that, because like once I don't feel it, I'm just like, I need to get out of here. That's just ASAP Rocky.
That actually happened to me this past weekend. I went out with, technically I was going to go out and get a drink by myself and kind of just enjoy the moment, because I didn't want to make a drink, I just wanted a drink, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to take the edge off. I'm all looking, I'm like, oh, yikes. So I ended up going to interview these people who were supposed to be on, and ended up having a conversation, and then it was so crowded in there at one point, and it was a lot of my coworkers, and I know when someone doesn't like me, I can feel it, and it's okay.
You can sense it.
Yeah, it's
How-
okay.
how do you
Like,
sense it?
Yeah.
I can feel the energy.
Like they look
You can
at
just
you.
feel
or
it radiating. off
Radiating?
somebody. Yeah, off somebody that they just don't feel you, they don't like you, they don't want nothing to do with you. You just know.
Yeah.
But is it like, like you say, you just know? But is it like
You get the looks.
like the looks, or
You get the feeling in your gut.
Everything.
Yeah. Or
Literally.
they'll just straight up be like, why are you here? I don't like you. You know?
It's,
I think it's the way, like I mean, for me, like I felt that, and it's not so much the looks, but how they respond to you saying, oh, what's up, or if they don't even come by you, or they like say what's up to everybody,
Or
but then
acknowledge
they
you.
skip you, and you're like, what?
sometimes I never know with a few people. I never know what person I'm getting that day. Some days it's gonna be like, hey, what's up, Anna? How you doing? Da 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 da. And other days it's just like,
Do you think it's
And there's
fake, or do you think that maybe they had a bad day?
well, they could have had a bad day. So now I practice not taking shit up the ass. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna do me and move on. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you want to come around later on, then all right, that's cool. But at the moment, I used to want to always please everybody. I wanted to be friends with everybody.
You want everybody to like you.
Yeah.
Why?
And now, see, because I don't know, I just wanted to, and now I'm just like, I'm
don't
here to
like
make,
me?
You don't
I'm here to make
gotta like
money.
me.
No, like now I'm just like, dude, I'm here to make money, not friends. Realistically, you know what I mean? If you want to come around me, like, all right, like go ahead. But I'm also not gonna be mean to a single person, because I don't want to,
Yeah.
you know.
And this is your work environment, or
This is
this
my work
is
environment.
just a work environment?
My work environment is so toxic. And
Oh,
then
that
there's only like,
How do you handle?
I kind of just have to like suck it up. If I don't have to talk to them, I won't. But it's hard when you only have a certain amount of employees there. So it's in a small contained area that you have to
Is there hella
have
treatment?
conversation. It's just so much drama. It's just I need a new job because eventually I think that's gonna affect me outside of the job and how I am with others.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know people who they have a shitty day at work, and then they just whoever comes in after work or like whoever they go to after work, they have a significant other, family members or something. It spills into that, and then they just get home with a very shitty vibe and energy, and they dish it out to their family. And it's like, what the fuck?
I feel like
what did we
working
do
in
to you, or what did? Yeah.
I feel like working in a restaurant, that's your job.
I'm sure it's fucking
You're
demanding.
encountering so many people, so I feel like all those vibes rub off on you as well, as long as you're a coworker. So it's just like.
Do you have like a cleanse routine? Like, all right, I had a shitty day. There's so many people. I just mentally cleanse or spiritually cleanse, or even just like. Do you have a routine to cleanse from that, or you just take it with you?
For me, I feel like personally, when I jump in the shower or after my long day, I feel like that
That's
cleanses.
your cleanse?
Yeah, that's my cleanse. Like washing my face or just showering, I feel like that's just my way of getting all that off or out of me. So
Yeah.
that's my little way. Nothing crazy, but what about you?
For me, my work environment is different. Like I kind of pick and choose who I want to work with. Sometimes, yeah, like my clients, they're. Most of the time they're really cool. All of the time they're cool, but sometimes I give them news that I have to. Like, bro, your offer got outbid for the 6th time on the house that you liked very much, and then they'll be like, oh, all right, thanks, and they hang up. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Then they go ahead.
Do you also feel like sometimes it's not just your coworkers too? It's really difficult to have to go to work, and then for me it's always my first table. If my first table has that energy where it's
just
does it
throws you
set up your whole day
off.
like that?
most of the time, and I try not to, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's really difficult because we all, even you, we all work in the
What's a service?
Yeah.
We provide service.
in the customer service industry, and it's we're here to make you happy, we're here to make sure that you're having a good time, but sometimes people just make shit so difficult for themselves. Yes. And it's kind of just well, how do I'm just doing my job.
Have you ever had a table where say it's a couple and they just had a shitty morning and now they're at brunch or whatever in a shitty mood, but they're there to eat? Have you ever had that and noticed it and turned their day around after they ate? With your oh hi, this and that, and they just left with such a good vibe after. Has that happened?
I've tried, and it's even happened to me sometimes where I kind of come into work kind of a little upset, but I try to still give off the good energy, because I don't want to ruin someone's day by me and my own personal problems. That I should leave that at home. I'm here to work,
exactly,
and And I've had people be like, oh my god, you're giving such amazing service, da 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 da, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm having such a shitty day, realistically.
Yeah.
But thank you, that means a lot, because that means that I did my job. That you came in, you had a good time, you enjoyed yourself, you enjoyed your food, your drinks, my service. It makes me feel better in the end, realistically.
And me talking about it on the receiving end, where I go out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever gone out to eat in a shitty mood. Maybe I have, but I never thought about it or dwelled on it.
You really don't realize it.
But I've had waitresses. Well, I've had one waitress that I really, really remember because she was hella cool. I feel I would go out to eat a lot with the girl I was dating, and the past few times it was just shitty service. But this lady, she went out of her way to make us feel really comfortable. To where she really, really I was wow, that's the best customer service I've ever had. And you know me, dude, I don't fucking tip. I'm hella stingy with my tips.
No, he doesn't, because he's Anna can handle the tip, and I'm just oh my god.
No, I'm don't handle tip, I don't fucking, I do tip.
Vange, what's your opinion on that? Because I know you have one.
Tips, heavy.
Yeah, because I feel somebody who's giving you what you need, what you want, making you feel comfortable, you're saying, I feel they at least deserve a little something,
But for example, my sister works at the farmer's market. They don't get tips. They do their service,
even if,
and they get shitty customers, and they still have to do their service, and there's no tips. There's other places like that they don't do tips.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe in tipping, but not over tipping, unless the person deserves it. There's been times where I have tipped like $20, so I'm like, dude, you're like, just your service is so fucking good, and I really appreciate. Like I can tell you were like trying to make us happy.
Yeah.
Or at least give us the best service here, bro.
Okay.
And there's people, sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
There's people who come in. What do you want? Okay, that it. Like, dude, you don't deserve shit. Like, go home, take a nap, come back, refreshed. Like, and that's just me. But I'm very big on customer service because my life is customer service.
Mm-hmm.
So I also judge other people's customer services.
And it goes back to the
myself.
energy. It goes back to what energy you're receiving. You know what I mean? If you're receiving that negative energy, it kind of messes with your day a little bit.
Yeah, there's been times where I leave with a shitty mood, like, man, fucking person.
I shouldn't have came here kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's like, fuck, I didn't even enjoy my food. I just got full. But they don't deserve a tip. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, and that's just my opinion.
I think bad service. Yeah, I wouldn't give a tip either. Are you talking about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, perfect. I wouldn't give a tip to somebody who I think is doing an absolute shit job just because, like, why should I tip you for something you don't even feel like you want to be here or just plain rude? But I feel like when you get somebody who genuinely like is giving you the best customer service ever, that's when I'll give you 20, girl or guy. That's just because I feel like they deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're definitely gonna take care of you, you know, because you took care of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been those
That's a
times.
perfect way
There's
to put
been
it.
those select few where I'm like I go to a person like, listen, bro, like you're great. Like I walk up to them like, here, dude, shake their hand, here. I don't leave it.
I feel so uncomfortable when people give me tips in my hands. I'm just like, or when they're like, here you go, and I'm like, oh my god, like I feel
I'm always
so.
like, are you sure?
I'll be like,
Thank
don't
you.
share it.
I always
This is
say,
for you,
are you
like,
sure?
No, like I'll be like, don't share it, like because I know you guys split tips. Nah, bro, this is for you straight up, like, or ma'am, I really appreciate your like amazing. This is a gift. Take it. And I've done it, and I don't have a problem doing it. But I have a fucking huge issue with people who are there just because they have to be there, and they show that they don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And then
why
it's
I have
like,
this job?
I'm sorry, I'm such a fucking inconvenience walking in
to
your job.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like, and then they make me feel like I'm an inconvenience. Like, what can I get you? You can go home. Can you call someone else to like without an attitude? And I guess that's me being demanding, but like.
But realistically,
I've done that service.
I mean, I try my very best to give good service because it's my job.
Yeah, I've worked in the
You know?
restaurant business, and I've been like, I've had 6 tables that are shitty to me, and then 1 table that's good, and I have to show the same face to everybody.
Everyone, yeah. There's this
So-
one lady, I had this one table, she yelled at me.
Oh,
And I had so many other people in the restaurant as well, so like I had to give the same energy to everyone while this lady is yelling at me saying like, why is the food taking so long? Like, when are you gonna take my order? Like, all this stuff, and she kind of cussed at me at one point, and I was just like, what do I do? But like, I still had to be like, well, like, is there anything else I could do for you? And
You know, I wanna say something. You just reminded me of something that I was involved in just not by choice but by default. That I had gone out. I was dating this girl, and she was like, "Hey, come out with my friends to," I think it was like a Chili's. It was a Chili's out like in Seaside or something. Come out with my friends from work. You know, they want to meet you or whatever. And I was like, cool, yeah, let's go. And I've never experienced somebody be so shitty to somebody like these girls were to this guy. So this guy was already having a bad day because when we got there, someone was ordering drinks and he had to cut them off. And there was this huge thing where they had to call the cops. So he was already like just feeling like he was just getting shit on.
yeah.
Terribly shit on. And I could tell and I could sense it. And he was still like, hey guys, welcome to Chili's. How can I help? Like being him, you know what he's supposed to do. And then these girls like, I don't know, they were very like shitty. Like they just gave off a nasty attitude. I was like, dude, why am I even... Like I told the girl that I was dating, I was like, dude, I don't like your fucking friends.
But have you realized that people, you are who you hang out with?
Dude,
You
yeah.
are who you hang out.
Yeah.
If you hang out and you surround yourself with people who don't want shit for themselves, if they have a really bad attitude, if they're not happy, and if they're not content and always complaining about something, I'm sorry, baby, but you're the same.
Yeah.
Dude, and that's how she was. She was just like them, but I didn't know, and I was like, I was just getting to know this girl. I was, yeah, let's do that. Anyway, like they were just so fucking mean to him, and he was like, "Hey guys, like I just want you to know, my managers are watching you, and if you order drinks and you give it to a minor, we're gonna have to ask you guys to get out." Just because that's literally what had happened at another table, and he was, unfortunately, he had to be that middleman saying, "Hey, my manager told me to tell you that. I don't have an issue with it, but they're watching you." So then these girls got all like high and mighty.
But then that's the same thing. Like some people don't realize that if they're to get caught, the server gets in trouble.
Yeah,
we get fined.
No, yeah.
I'm not gonna lose my job just because you want to have a little fun and want to.
Yeah, and the thing was, they were like giving their drinks to one of the girl that I was dating. Her brother, he was underage. He was like 18, and they were giving him drinks. And I was just like, fuck, I can't believe I'm like involved in this. Like, I hate people who are rude. And everyone that I was surrounded with, besides that guy that was there, was being rude to the guy. And I could tell like he was just like he was ready to pop. Like the way he was just like, and what can I do for you, man? Like he was trying so hard not to give attitude, but the way they were talking to him, I was like, bro, I would have spit in your food a long time ago. And I know that doesn't happen, or at least I hope not. But it's fucked up. And then I had like they were just so fucking rude, and I just had I made it a thing to pull him to the side and be like, hey bro, look, like I'm really sorry you're going through this. I can tell you're having a rough night, and I'm like, I apologize for how they're acting towards you. It's not your fault what's going on, and I'm sorry that you're caught in the middle of it. And he was like he didn't break down, but he could, like, I could tell he was getting like worried. He's like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm really sorry. And I'm like, dude, don't apologize to me. Like, I'm sorry because you still have to put on a face for the next table.
Yeah.
And I know you're under a lot of pressure now because like your managers are watching. Now these girls are talking shit to you, and then that table just fucking straight up pressed on you to fight. He's like, I'm having a shitty day, bro, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep my cool. If I like disrespected you in any way, and I was like, no, dude. Like, I'm sorry, bro. And like I gave him money, and I was like, I apologize for these girls. Like, I don't fucking know them. My first time meeting them, but I don't ever want to fucking
You're
talk
like,
to them
this is
ever
the last
again.
time I ever hang out with them.
Yeah, and I told that girl, I was like, I fucking hate your friends.
Yeah.
And she was like, why? And I was like, bro, who does that to someone?
Yeah.
Like, this person is here like trying to make a living. Like I know a lot of people survive off of tips.
Yeah.
And it's like the service industry. And I was like, for you to treat somebody like that just because you're like that, I don't know.
Shows the kind of person they are.
Because they were being all like snooty and shit, and I was like, dude, I was disgusted, bro.
Sometimes it's
just fucked up.
It's difficult, you know, when you deal with people like that, like Vange, you know, like you're just like, okay, well, what can I do for you? You know, realistically, what's
you
the
can't
next
talk
thing?
back.
No, you can't. No, you literally have to sit there and be like, okay.
There's
well,
times
where
I
like, well, I'm sorry,
like,
but
it's difficult.
There's times where I literally want to grab somebody and just be like, why?
Meet me outside.
Hey, my job ends at 8. Let's go. I'm just kidding. But you always have to be professional and keep it like, oh, like, is there anything else I can do for you? I'm so sorry that this is happening for you, even if you know it's not your fault.
Yeah.
Because mostly,
apologize.
yeah, like when it happens to be like the cook's fault and you're just the one, you know, yeah, you always get the.
And sometimes like people don't understand that. Like I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, okay. People don't get that. Like, yeah, here and there it is my fault, and I'll be quick to tell somebody, I'm sorry, my fault, my apologies. I forgot to put in your food, and I'm so sorry. The cooks are on it. Like it's gonna come out as soon as possible. Again, I'm sorry. And other times it's not my fault. You know, realistically, we're just busy.
Yeah.
You know,
people do not get when it's busy.
If you really don't want to wait for your food, I'm sorry.
Just a drive-through.
Don't.
Today, I had an incident like that where I was telling you guys how I had an off day and I gave somebody the wrong food, and I had to go make it right. And I said, I'm sorry. Normally my bosses will make me charge you for this because you ate out of it, but I'm gonna cover this meal today. And the guy was like, no, like you don't have to do that. Like, how much is it? And I was like, no, like it's my fault. I'm the one that made the mistake. And he gave me the biggest tip ever. And he was like, I just want to know you made my whole day. You didn't have to do this. You literally did something kind for us. And I was like, well, I was like the one. And I felt so bad because he was like handing me the money, and I was like, no, it's yours. Like, it's okay. He's like, I wish the restaurant would pay for it, not you. And I was like,
No, but
It's fine.
but it's things like that turn people's day around. Like you don't know, they could have had a shitty day,
Yeah.
and just because you were that nice to be like, hey, listen, I'm sorry, this and that. It could switch like that. Like, man, there's actually nice people in the world. Like they could have been like yelled at the whole day by their boss or whoever they're with, and it's just it's relieving to have like a little bit of like a little bit of love, I guess.
Yeah.
And like
It goes back to the whole customer service.
Yeah.
You know, realistically, the whole energy. You want to give off a good energy. You want them to come back.
Yeah.
It's not my restaurant. I don't own it. I'm not gonna lose. Realistically, I'm not losing money, but I want them to come back because that's my job.
Yeah.
You know, I want someone to have a good time and be like, oh my god, you made my day. Thank you.
I
You
love
made
having-
my day.
Yeah, I love
Yes,
having my
you-
little regulars because, like, you know that when they come in, it's just like that.
we're looking
How-
for Vange.
Yeah.
No, I literally have people say, like,
We're
can
here
I
for
have her
Vange.
as my waitress? And people know, like, just tell me, like, oh, you work with them because our vibes just go along so well. So I love having those little regulars that you can see every now and then, or like every Sunday, and it's just great. So, yeah.
I love it.
That's super cool. Yeah, I don't miss working in the restaurant at all. But
It has its perks.
It does.
but there are like it does make your day sometimes, I think.
Mhm.
I think my favorite part overall is just walking in there and like. I think the first day was always a little difficult because it's like, okay, where's this gonna go, you know? But I'm just like, no, it's gonna be a good day. We're all gonna have an amazing time. You're gonna make money. You're gonna make money. We're all gonna make
you all
money.
make money.
and I just realistically, I just want to walk out of there knowing that I gave off those energies. You know, I don't want to go home and be like, oh, I had such a bad day.
Yeah.
Even when I'm super stressed out, like I'll give myself like a little like 10 seconds when I'm like walking into like our little coffee room, like having a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
And then you walk out and you're like, hey.
You're like
Sometimes
Really?
when it's really, really busy and more tables are coming and I have to like grab the little menus, I'll like roll my eyes. I'm like, where can I
Hey.
sit you at today? Like, how are you? Yeah.
Like reliever just
Mhm.
back into it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
snap back into it real quick.
it's what you have to do, and some people can't do that though.
Mhm.
A lot of people are just like, hi.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
oh,
I
okay.
hate that, dude.
Hey, go
Like,
home, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to
You don't
stay
like your
here.
job, then quit.
Exactly. Realistically, that's the thing. That's something people don't understand. If you don't like what you're doing,
Find something else.
And I mean, it doesn't have to be that you don't like what you're doing. It's just what you're doing is not you. It's like me, dude. Like I worked at a fucking chocolate factory. I hated it. Like I don't like. There was people who loved it. They were like happy, and I was like, bro, like I'm inside of a factory. I'm fucking. They're like I never see the light of day. My favorite part of the day was at the end when I had to go throw the trash away because I got to see the sun. And I would stay out there for like 2 minutes, just like.
taking it in.
It was like looking at the sky like shit that you see every single day, but because I was working in a factory, it's just like I hated it, and my favorite part was throwing out the trash. And I was like, that's not me, dude. I need to interact with
Yeah.
people. Like
Yeah.
I'm out here in a fucking assembly, like just
I
you know
couldn't.
working with chocolate or mixing the chocolate.
I love
Like
working
fuck
with
that.
people.
I don't know. So yeah, that's why I do what I do.
Me too. I like working with people too, and I like where I work because it's inside and outside. You know what I mean? If I need to.
That place is nice. I
Oh
love
yeah.
that place.
Shout out to Hardee's.
Yeah, I love the salads.
Y'all ever? I mean, the salads
Salads
are
too.
fire.
Salads.
Bro,
They have vegan options too, bro. You know,
Yeah,
vegans
they
out
hook me
there.
up every time. Shout out Hard Divas.
No, yeah, it's an amazing place to work at. I love it there. The whole entire atmosphere is just beautiful. Highly recommend it to everybody.
Oh yeah.
If you're
10 out of 10, highly recommend.
10 out of 10. Except when I'm really stressed out. Please don't go. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, dude.
No, it's just, I like it. I like it a lot. I love it.
So, bouncing off of what you said earlier,
Mhm.
protecting your energies.
Mhm.
Do you practice protecting your energies? Or do you just kind of let it go or however the day goes and shit?
I think that's how the day goes.
You don't practice?
No.
Are you aware that you should? Or are you aware that you maybe want to? Or you just
I'm
like,
aware that
fuck
maybe
it?
I want to, but sometimes I feel I just like I let it roll.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Just how the day goes, you just roll with it.
Yeah.
I
Just
don't
go
know
with the
about
flow. Depends. Realistically, it depends on what it is I'm doing, where it is I am. If I need to cry, I'm gonna cry. If I remember like that day I went to the bar because I wanted a drink. I just needed to,
Long day at the office.
Long day at the office. Seriously, I was just exhausted. And that's kind of how I unwind, especially from interacting with so many people and coming up to them and seeing what they want, what they would like. And I'm like, okay, I need to be catered to now. I want that for a minute. You know what I mean? After that, I'll go home, like I'll shower. If not, I'll hang out with you. If sometimes I'll just go home, open a bottle of wine. Sorry, Mom, I'll take an edible.
Shout out edibles.
Shout out Genesis. I'll go home and I'll do that. Either I'll watch something super inspiring. If not, I will read my book that I'm super into right now. But yeah, I used to go to the bar every Friday and Saturday. I would stay out there till 1, 2 a.m.
I remember.
Fuck, I would drive you with me. Where you at?
Almost midnight, home. Well, you want to go to the bars?
Come through.
Yes, all right then.
And I'm glad I experienced that though. I think it was really important for me to experience that because now I'm just I can go home and I'm good, And I can go out and socialize too. But now I'm just I really don't want to socialize because now I feel like it's already my job and it's I have to socialize on a daily basis. So I'm okay, I just want to chill. I just want to be by myself and my loved ones. Whether it's my family, whether it's my friends, you guys. But I won't say nah. I'm not gonna go out. No, I'll go out. But just.
No, I'm very selective.
Cut me off, please.
No, I thought you were done. My bad. You wanna go?
No.
No, I'm very selective, dude. Before I'd be oh, what are we doing? Oh, fuck it, I'll go. Let me see 30 minutes. And I'd be I don't care. And it's just fuck sometimes. Now, the way I'm living my life, I want to be very selective on what I invest my energy into and who I surround myself by. Because a lot of people will fucking drain you. Drain you, and it's not they're sucking it out of you, but just being with them, you get drained. And that's why I just maybe today I don't want to go out. Maybe Anna, you know what? I don't want to fucking go to the bars tonight.
And that's fine. I think I'm now more selective with friends. Extremely
Oh,
selective with friends.
Whoever you surround yourself with,
I wanted everyone to like me, remember? And now I'm just no, I've had people hey Anna, let's hang out. If the shoe fits, it fits.
No
guys.
names.
No names. And that's why I said it. If the shoe fits, it fits. I've had people be I really like where you're coming from. I really want some advice. Do you mind if we hang out? And I'm oh wow, that's nice to hear because it's wow, people actually admire my opinion and things like that. And then when it comes, my biggest pet peeve is people on their phones when I'm talking to them.
Guilty.
I hate it. No, and it pisses me off. No, Vange, you don't do that. But it really, it's just, for me, it's if you're coming up to me and you're asking me a question, you're
you told me about
seeking
that.
me. Yeah. And it's
That's
then why are you gonna go on your phone?
So rude.
When I'm giving you my opinion, you asked for it. I'm not just telling you this just to tell you this. You realistically, you just came. You came to me. I didn't come to you.
Yeah.
And that's my thing now. That's where I'm just I'm going to be selective with who it is I talk to, who it is I tell my personal life with. Most of the time, I'm an open book. I will say anything and everything. And I have no problem being like that because that's who I am.
Yeah.
But there are specific things in my life that I won't share with other people. And that's okay. I think that's the way to go. We don't have to be liked by everybody. And wise words from Ilse, not everyone likes tea, and I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm not, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. And that's what people don't understand. I've had someone tell me the other day, oh, well, I don't want to tell them anything because then they're going to think I'm a bitch, and then I'm going to have to explain myself why I'm not a bitch. And I'm just if someone thinks I'm a bitch, that's their problem, not mine. I'm as kind as can be. I'm giving you the best me I can give you, and if you're gonna take it and be like, well, Anna's not really mean,
and you can't handle the truth.
well then that's your opinion of me, and I'm not gonna take time out of my day to be like, oh my god, no, I didn't mean it like that. I'm a really good person. I'm not trying to be petty. I'm not trying to do this. I'm not trying to do that.
I feel like before I was a person kind of like that, like always had to, like you said, please everyone, and it's too draining. It's way too draining. So I feel like now, like how you said, I'm very selective on my friends, and I can tell you that I feel closer to people sometimes that I've barely met than my friends that I've had for so long. And I feel like it goes back to vibes. Like my vibe just clicks with those people so well. Like you guys.
Yes, exactly. I love this vibe.
Have you guys ever had, like, obviously you're gonna grow up with friends that you've known since like kinder, first, fifth, sixth grade, and as you're all developing, you start realizing this person is fucking toxic. Have you ever had to deal with, I need to tell this person that I don't want to be their friend anymore, even though we've been friends since like the 5th grade or the 6th grade, but just because their vibe sucks and it drains me and it just makes me feel shitty. Like, have you ever had to do that? Or have you ever had friends like that and just be like,
where you've told them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever had friends where they're like, they're shitty, but they're my friend, so I can't do anything about it? Like, have you ever like accepted that?
Well, with this friendship, it was like she had her highs and she had her lows, and it was just so much having to go back and forth with that. And then there was this one incident where like it was like the final straw, and I was like, I cannot be your friend. Like, as much as I love you, you're not.
And it
very
also
toxic.
hurts you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's, you care for this person, but it's like, dude, I really have to let you go because it's hurting me, you know?
Yeah.
I feel that. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. I'm good.
So, back to me. Good. No?
Oh, I thought you were really saying back to me. No, I was just saying, like, it was, I had to eventually tell her, I'm sorry, but I can no longer talk to you, and when I'm ready, maybe if I want to continue, come back into our friendship, but right now I don't, and I'm sorry, just please, if you could give me space, because if not, then it will turn into something ugly. Like, I feel like once you push me to that point, I will be the meanest person ever, and I don't like being like that.
Have you ever had to tell somebody about themselves? Like, hey, dude, you're being this way, and that shit is not cool.
But I think I don't think it's a bad
And do you
thing.
think
No, it's definitely not a bad thing.
it's your place to say it, or you think it's on them to figure it out?
No, I think you have a place to say. Then being your friend, I would love for somebody to tell me if I'm doing something not okay. But I don't want to say anything bad, but I have a friend who does like to drink excessively. Excessively. She does like, and I feel like sometimes she acts a fool. So I feel like I have to be like, you need to calm down. You're being a little too much right now. And I feel like only certain people can get away with it because some people can be rude, and then there's some people who know how to say it, like, come from the heart, like, hey, chill out. You know what I'm trying to say?
But realistically, it's all about how somebody takes it.
Yeah.
You cannot control how people react. All you can control is how
you are.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, no. You can't control what somebody else does. You can only control how you react.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And, well, guys, we want to wrap it up. I want to, thank you guys for coming on, like, last minute. Really, you guys are my friends. You guys.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. I
like
really,
being here.
yes, I think this whole entire vibe, the energies we give off
I like
are
it.
amazing.
It's cool.
This is amazing. Shout out to Luis behind the camera.
I'm not doing it.
He's like, oh.
I'm not doing the iCarly thing.
Turns it around. You should, dude. But thank you guys. Oh, there we go. He's saying hello.
No,
Reese's fingers.
Do you guys, just leaving, like, shutting it down, do you guys believe that you should protect your energies? Or you should just be like, fuck it, and however the day goes?
No, I feel like, and I told you, whatever, like, protecting my energy, but I am aware that you definitely need to protect your energy, and I'm trying to work on,
It's a part of self-care.
Yeah.
It's a part of growing up. It's a part of
Definitely.
evolving. Really. I've had some people be like, oh, you're like two different people. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, well, some days, or at least before, you used to, like, you used to talk to everybody. And now, like, you don't. I'm like, it's because I'm selective now. It's because,
And it doesn't make a difference.
yeah, no.
Because I think it does.
I think it's just, I want to be happy. I want to give everybody the best version of me that I can give them. And if that means me taking, a few months to not talk to anybody, that's what that means. I'm bettering myself.
Yeah.
It's not my responsibility. It's not anybody's responsibility to take care of somebody else, unless that's your child. I'm not here to be a mom to anybody. You know what I mean? And that's what people don't get. We all grow up differently. We all grew up with different, ethics.
Yeah, backgrounds.
You could say, and we're not the same people. It's not your responsibility to how somebody else treats you or what they're doing. And it's extremely important for all of us to take care of our energy. So everyone out there, please
be selective, protect your energy, and definitely just be very greedy with your time and energy because they go hand in hand. Yeah. And be very selective. Well, wrap it up, man.
You, Vange, you got a few little last words?
Alright, so yeah, I guess that concludes it.
Yeah.
But wrap it up.
Alright, thank you for tuning in to the Ana Moreno Show. See you guys next week. See everybody next week. I'm sorry. Everybody. Kisses and hugs.